All right. Hello, Kinard community, and welcome to our first ever virtual 8th grade celebration. I've got the odd day sign back there today. And in fact, it has been more than an odd day. It's been an odd year. But as we reflect on this year, we have such an incredible 8th grade class worth celebrating. And we wanted to do our best attempt to give you the respect and celebration that you deserve after completing 3 great years here at Kinard. So we're going to give this a shot. Join us, and I hope you are all well for our 8th grade celebration. I've got some friends along with me. Hello, Mr. Morrill, Miss LaRue. How you doing?
Hey there, Mr. Bergman.
We're doing great.
Awesome. Well, we're going to kick it over to Mr. Morrill now to get us started.
All right, thanks, Mr. Bergman. Well, welcome everybody to our first ever remote 8th grade celebration. We have such an incredible class. You guys have done an amazing job over your 3 years at our school, and probably one of the highest character classes we have ever had, and especially with examples of the way that you treat each other with dignity and respect, and really showing a lot of empathy for one another and people within our community. There's just a lot to celebrate here and a lot of things that we're going to be able to recognize today throughout this celebration. The first thing that I want you to do is, you know that over the last 3 years, you have had some adults, maybe siblings, who have really supported you in your journey from 6th grade to 7th grade to 8th grade. And that might be taking you back and forth to school. We know that we have our buses at Kinard, and so everybody's being transported in some way, whether you're getting yourself to the school or you're getting a ride. People who have supported you in getting back and forth to different events, paying for different things like clubs and activities, and just people who have been there to allow you to have the experience that you've had. So at this time, if you're with your parents, if you're with an adult or somebody who has supported you, take that time to thank them, maybe give them a hug or a high five, and just take that opportunity to give them thanks. Maybe send a text message if it's a grandparent or somebody who's helped you out. But being grateful for those people that have supported you is really important during this time. So again, we are going to now get into a celebration where we have a chance to recognize a number of accomplishments and some of the great character that has been displayed throughout your time that you've been at Kinard. Before we kick off the celebration, I'd love for you now to join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Bergman, could you please raise the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you, Mr. Bergman, for getting that flag up for us. And now we're going to kick it to Mr. Bergman to start with clubs and activities.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Morrill. I see this evening you're going business on the top and comfort on the bottom. Nice choice. Okay. We're going to get our program started, showcasing a lot of our student talent in a variety of clubs and activities that have taken place throughout the school year here at Kinard. Our students have worked extremely hard and done some incredible things. And so to get us kicked off, we're going to start with the clubs. The first club up is Fitness Club, and we brought Mr. Rawlings along to tell us about that.
Hi there. I'm Chase Rawlings, and I represented Fitness Club and supervised Fitness Club this year. And I want to celebrate all of those amazing members of Fitness Club who show up every day and choose to make fitness a priority. There was never one member who came in and didn't work hard. And I'm very proud of our extremely muscular group.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Rawlings. Next up, we have Lego Robotics, and Mr. McGonigal is here to talk about that.
Hi, I'm Tim McGonigal, and I'm here to represent the Lego Robotics Club. We had 4 teams this year, amazing participation, and parents helped out a ton. So first of all, I want to thank you all for that. All 4 teams had wonderful projects. 3 were accepted and in the community and at school. Those projects are going to move forward over the next couple years. And highlight of this year was 1 team placed first place at state for teamwork. So
awesome.
for everything with robotics. It was an amazing year, and we hope to keep going next year. I am also here to represent Science Olympiad, and with Science Olympiad, I have Mrs. Keever, Miss Cronin, and Miss Hebert also helping out with that. Can't do it without you guys. It's an amazing group. This Science Olympiad season was cut short, but all of our Kinard Science Olympiad teams qualified for state competition. And next year, we're just going to keep rolling with the same projects. But this year, I'm very proud of everyone who participated. It's an amazing year. And we're just going to keep rolling for next year. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Tim. I know you put in a lot of hard work and a lot of hours with those kids, and I know they're grateful for that. All right. Next up, speaking of Miss Keever, she's here as well. Science Bowl.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Carrie Keever. I'm here to represent Science Bowl, and I am so proud of these kids and what they did this year. Om Rashasekaran and Zan Aziz are my two 8th graders that were my core backbone of our team. We came very, very close to winning state. We came in 2nd, but we were super close. And without these two, we would not have come in that close.
All right. Thank you, Miss Keever. Next up, we have Math Counts, and Miss Bonnerts is here.
Hi, I'm Cecilia Bonnerts, and I'm the Math Counts coach. This year, our team placed 2nd at the Northern Colorado chapter competition. They earned a spot at the state competition, which unfortunately was canceled. But we had some very dedicated 8th graders who participated all 3 years in Math Counts, and we will definitely miss them and their leadership as they head to high school.
All right. Thank you, Miss Bonnerts. Next up, we have Mrs. Scary for yearbook.
Hi, I'm Emily Ascari, and I'm here to represent the yearbook staff. I think our greatest accomplishment this year was actually finishing the yearbook despite our school year being cut short. Most of our yearbook staff was 8th graders. I am going to miss them tremendously. They are the best bunch of weirdos I've had the privilege of working with, and really couldn't have done it without them.
Awesome. Thank you, Mrs. Scary. All right. And last but not least in our clubs is Theater Club, and we brought Eric Fisher in to talk about that.
Hey there, I'm Eric Fisher, and I'm here to represent the Theater Club. One of our highlights this year was helping put on the magical dinner. From bagpipes to Monty Python sketches, this year's dinner went amazing. Unfortunately, the circumstances of this year canceled our play Ariadne's Thread that was coming along so well, but we still had a lot of fun along the way, learning all about improv theater, mastering the auditioning process, and getting to play a lot of fun theater games.
All right. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate all your support this year. Thank you to all the club sponsors and students. We had some great fun times in our clubs this year. We do want to mention the non-school sponsored clubs that are student initiated. FCT/FCA, great job. Animation Club, Dungeons and Dragons Club, Chess Club, and Coding Club. Great job with all of our clubs. Okay, we're going to transition now to student leadership programs, and a unique one that is a club and a leadership opportunity. We're going to start with National Junior Honor Society. So we're going to invite Mr. Rawlings in here to get us started.
Hi there. My name is Chase Rawlings, and I'm here to represent the National Junior Honor Society, also known by its much more manageable acronym NJHS. NJHS practices scholarship, service, leadership, character, and citizenship in our community and fosters future leaders. We did a number of service projects this year, but more than anything, I would like to recognize our student leadership team for all their hard work this year. President Susie Land and Vice President Kate Miller took the reins and set an example of what true student leadership looks like.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Rawlings. Up next, we have web leaders. Let's bring in Miss Irvine.
Hello, my name is Karen Irvine, and it's my pleasure to represent WEB, which means where everybody belongs. Patty Young, Jill Bell, and I have worked with 60 plus of these students since May of their 7th grade year to build their natural leadership skills and become ambassadors for our incoming 6th graders. They gave up time in their summer to train and then made the first day at Kinard happy, welcoming, and a lot more comfortable for 300 6th graders. Additionally, they continue to volunteer for us for evening events and anywhere we needed help. So thank you to this tremendous group, and we wish you all the best.
Awesome. Thanks, Miss Irvine. Next, we have a group that's near and dear to my heart. And I know Miss Tracy and Mr. Lardner are here to join us as well. Hey, guys. Next up, we have Kinard Cares. Miss Tracy.
Hi. Along with these two excellent educators, we got the opportunity to work with the most amazing group of kids. In Kinard Cares, we focus on learning about environmental leadership, service learning, and sustainable living. All the while, we're building our leadership skills and also these incredible relationships.
Awesome. And part of that class curriculum, the cornerstone, as you see in the picture there, is a service adventure trip to serve the Catalina Island community. And that place is near and dear to all of our hearts, where we snorkeled, hiked, kayaked, and dug in and got our hands dirty. So thank you to all for the legacy you have left at Catalina Island and at our school.
And we took that learning back to our school and generated it in the form of a sweet outdoor learning center. This group was key and instrumental in building out so many of those features, starting back in the summer with a riverbed walkway and laying sod and stumps and installing a fountain. It just completely just revolutionized that outdoor space. And then inside the school, we were leaders with our composting program, just generating environmental awareness and learning tons in class about environmental issues, how to become a better version of ourselves.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. We will miss you, Kinard Cares students. Next up, we have GL, also doing a lot of awesome service work around our school. Here's Miss Truelove and Mr. Pravlick.
Hello, my name is Mark Pravlick, and I'm here with Caitlin Truelove, and we're representing Global Leadership. One of our highlights this year was donating over the equivalent of 23,000 pounds of food to the Larimer County Food Bank through Cans Around the Oval.
We're also proud of the service work that Global Leadership completed, both on our 10-day trip to Costa Rica, where we engaged in a number of projects from painting to planting, and then back at Kinard as we taught a lesson about plastics to our Kinard 6th grade science classes. So amazing work this year, GL. We're proud of you and we'll miss you.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Next up, we have environmental leadership. Back to Miss Tracy and Miss Neff.
Hi, so I'm Kate, and I'm one of the two teachers for environmental leadership, and we are just here to say we are so excited to celebrate you guys and all you did. We started the beginning of this semester with exploring who we are as leaders, as well as environmental issues and some conservation concepts that go well beyond the scope of most middle school curricula. One thing that really stood out to Miss Tracy and I was just how cohesive our group of kids were. You guys were so kind, compassionate, and considerate. Never, I think, before have we had a group so willing to learn about each other, and that was just so inspirational to see.
And although our journey was cut short and we were unable to travel on our trip, I cannot believe the grace and leadership that these students showed when they got the news that we were unable to travel. And I have no doubt that they will continue on to be leaders and to make a difference in our world. Thanks, guys. We're going to miss you.
All right. Thank you, Miss Neff. Miss Tracy up next, doing some amazing work. Give Next and Miss Grigg.
Hi, I'm Wendy Grigg, teacher for Give Next Social Studies. I'm here to recognize the student leaders who have demonstrated above and beyond commitment this year and through this time to carry out their class mission. Give Next teaches students the importance of philanthropy and is supported by Bohemian Foundation and the Community Foundation of Northern Colorado. And then we have a generous classroom donor too this year who give the class $5,000 to grant out to local nonprofits. This year, the class chose a mission to improve the quality of life for youth and adults suffering from mental health issues. With the wonderful support of our Art ELO and Mrs. Mohar, these students designed, promoted, and ran a successful fundraiser, and with other fundraising, they added over $1,200 to their $5,000 grant. They had 24 applications for their grant, so they led their own grant review discussions at the level of any professional learning community. They demonstrated true collaboration where all voices were heard, decisions made by consensus. They conducted interviews with local nonprofit leaders, went on site visits, and in the end, as they were building for 6 months towards a special night with an award ceremony to honor Fort Collins Museum of Discovery's Mental Health Mind Matters exhibit and launch Community Through Skateboarding. They had to learn that they would not be able to have that award ceremony. And I am so proud of them because every single one of these 30 students remained committed to carry on the mission. They corresponded through email, they created video messages for the nonprofits. And you might question if all of this work was done without them feeling a personal reward. Have no worry. I think this quote from one of the Give Next students can represent the leadership of this year's class. If you can help others in any way, pull them up, give them a hand, push them to be the best they can be, you might just change not only their life, but yours for the better. This is community, this is hope, this is philanthropic work at its finest. Thank you, and please help me congratulate the Kinard Next class of 2019-20.
All right, thank you, Ms. Grigg. Very well said. Up next, student wellness. We're going to bring back around Ms. Irvine.
Well, hello. Jacob Benson and I had the pleasure to work with this group, and some of our 8th graders have been with us since 6th grade, and we will truly, truly miss their leadership and the foundation that they brought to our wellness group. This year, we went to a CSU conference, which you can see on the screen. They promoted and ran a wellness movement challenge, for classrooms. The culmination of that was a parfait party that they awarded to the group that won. They were instrumental in getting some extra outdoor equipment and some things for students to work with. And then they did some education of staff and students about the importance of movement breaks and staying active even during the school days. So again, we couldn't be prouder of this group, and Mr. Benson and I just wish you well in the future, and hopefully you'll get involved in some student wellness at the high school level. So thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ms. Irvine. That brings us to the end of our leadership classes and opportunities at Kinard. We're now going to transition to athletics. And as the athletic director at Kinard, I can honestly say I'm so proud of all the efforts and the team spirit and the character displayed by our athletes this year. It's been a true joy to watch you out on the court and on the field. So we're going to get that started. We've invited the coaches in today. Many of them could join us. So we're going to start with cross country. Our cross country team is led by Coach Hebert. Unfortunately, Coach Hebert couldn't be here today, but he did have a video message. So we're going to play Coach Hebert's video message now.
This is Coach Hebert. I represent the cross country team. I wanted to recognize our 8th graders. They've done a phenomenal job the last couple of years leading the team. And this year we were recognized above all for the tremendous character that we displayed in many different avenues. Most notably, from a lot of different races, our runners would go back and pick up our slowest runners and run them in so they could finish with a lot of supports, even though they were not the fastest kids on the course, and even help run in kids from other teams just to support them as well as they were working hard towards the end of races. So tons of support for that, and the great character that was led by our 8th graders this year, that was just phenomenal. I'd also like to recognize the great performances we had this year. We won the Loveland Classic, which is a 29 school race, and we're the #1 school there. We were second at the district race for both the boys and girls. We won the Rattlesnake Rumble for the girls. We were second for the boys. And then at the state cross country meet down in Denver, our boys finished 7th and our girls finished 3rd. You guys are a phenomenal group of 8th grade leaders, and I am just so proud to have worked with you guys. Thanks for all your support and for all the great things you've done.
All right. Thanks, Coach Hebert. We're going to continue now into our next sport. Coach Anaya is here to join us today.
Hello, I'm Alex Anaya, and I represent the football team. One of the season highlights for me was just seeing that the way the 7th and 8th graders came together to form one team. A lot of the players had very little experience. We started 0-2, but we got better each week. We improved, and all the players really started playing for each other. We finished the season undefeated and on our way to winning the district championship. And it took every single player on that team to accomplish what we did. And I'm just so proud of the character that you all displayed throughout. Go Mustangs.
Hi, I'm Coach Ascari, and I am here to represent both the JV and varsity tennis teams. One of the season highlights was the tremendous sportsmanship displayed by every single character on and off the courts. It was also impressive to see the work ethic of very beginner players who had never held a racket to seasoned players who were born with a racket. It also doesn't hurt that we won both boys and girls district championship. Have a great summer.
Hi everyone, I am Coach Han and I'm here to represent the girls 8th grade volleyball team. One of our season highlights was how all the girls came together and learned the importance of character, compassion, and teamwork. Because of that, we went all the way to the district championship and won. And I'm so proud of all the girls and the way that they worked together to achieve that. Good job, girls. Thanks for a great season.
All right, next up is boys basketball. Unfortunately, Coach Lewis could not be here to join us today, but he did send his best. You know, he's wearing his best pair of Jordans today, and he wanted to honor the hard work and commitment of the boys basketball team. What a great season. Thank you for everything, boys basketball.
Hey guys, Coach Lewis here. I just wanted to send a special shout out to all the 8th graders and an extra special shout out to 8th grade boys basketball team. I want you guys to know that we had an amazing season and I'm very, very proud of you. The season was filled of tons of fun, ups and downs, and it was just great being around and having basketball. It was an amazing time. I know this isn't what you're used to when it comes to life, but during the season, you proved that you're resilient and you're strong. So this should be a piece of cake for you. I can't wait to see all you guys next year when you're in 9th grade, and I'm so thankful for having you guys in my life. Please remember to always be thankful for the small things and your friends and family. I hope you guys have a good summer, and I can't wait to see you guys sometime in your 9th grade years. See ya.
All right, up next, girls basketball. Miss Irvine's here. Take it away, Miss Irvine.
Hi, I'm Coach Irvine, and it is my honor to represent girls basketball. I had the privilege of working with this talented, positive, and often hilarious group of girls for 2 years. Their excellence and tenacity that they displayed in their 7th grade season carried over to a tremendous and phenomenal 8th grade season that culminated in getting to the championship game against Preston. It was a thrilling victory, and we came away with a district championship, which was awesome. Each and every member of our team held strong all season long and helped each other out and made an impact not only on each other, but on me. And I wish you guys the very best in the next step on your journey. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Eric Risha. I'm here to represent the wrestling team. As many of you may know, this is not only my first year coaching at Kinard Middle School, but at any school. And one of the season highlights for me was seeing the positive work ethic and the grit and the drive every single day from these guys. I couldn't be prouder. And I know if they take all of those aspects of their life and apply them to other parts of their life, they'll find success in everything they do. Have a great summer, guys.
All right, thank you to those coaches. Next up, softball. Unfortunately, Coach Anderson could not join us today as well, but she sends her best. And while the softball team just barely got started before the COVID-19 crisis started to occur, they had such a fun-loving team and really enjoyed their company for the couple of weeks that they did play out there together. All right, next up, we have track and field. Mr. Benson couldn't be here to join us today, but they had a unique season. And I do want to recognize the track and field team because for those that did participate in the virtual season and completed workouts remotely and even competed across the district, I really commend you for the character and hard work when it is such an isolated season. So thank you to those that did the track and field virtual season this year. Okay. We did not have a golf season this year. And we'll be looking forward to getting golf started next year, but we did want to recognize the non-school affiliated activities. We do this because we acknowledge that so many of the clubs, sports, and activities that are done outside of the school day that include things like horseback riding, that include things like dance, competition dance, cheer, skateboarding, rock climbing, all kinds of amazing things that are going on in our community. So our hat is off to you, those students that have engaged in outside of school activities and sports along the way. All right, thank you so much to all the athletes this year. It was truly a joy to watch you guys perform. And coaches, I admire your dedication and work ethic with our athletes this year. We are going to turn it over now to Mrs. Effler, who is going to get us started on the performance recognitions. Hello, Mr. Effler.
Hello, thanks, Mr. Bergman. Our students show incredible character and sportsmanship in many clubs and athletic programs. In addition, our Kinard students excel in both performing and visual arts. We'd like to continue by recognizing students who have demonstrated exceptional achievement in art and music programs. So to kick it off, let's hear from our art service ELO teacher, Mrs. Mohar.
This is Mrs. Mohar, and I'm here to represent the RDLO. We had an amazing year this year. Some of the highlights are when we created tiny paintings for Give Next to sell as a fundraiser for their large donation to an organization. Also, we had a lot of fun painting storybook characters. Everybody picked their favorite kids book, and we painted them on the side of bins and gave them to the kindergartners at Trout so they could read in them.
Hi there, my name is Mike Perez. I am the band teacher here, and I want to recognize Symphonic Band first for their performance at the Colorado Music Educators Association Clinic and Conference. Our band was selected through blind audition as the top performing middle school band in our state, and we got to go perform in front of hundreds of music teachers down at the Broadmoor Hotel in Colorado Springs. It was a wonderful trip. The students performed just beautifully, and I was really proud of them for that trip. I also want to recognize our CU Honor Band students. The CU Honor Band students turned in individual recordings and were also in a blind audition situation where they got to get judged against students all across the state. And we had several students make CU Honor Band. The students that made it were Cole Husted on clarinet, Alvin Wynn on flute, Jaron Nyberg clarinet, Jacko Perez percussion, Kevin Rogers trumpet, Alex Smith-Heisler alto saxophone, William Withers bassoon. Another accomplishment of our band students was the PSD Honor Band. That's the Poudre School District hosts an honor band for the top performing students in the band, orchestra, and choir. And in the band this year, we had 32 students make it in, which was the most in the district. The students that made it into the honor band were Tyler Booth, euphonium, Aiden Chin, trombone, Max Freevert, trumpet, Dimitri Gorelli, percussion, Alex Gusak, tenor saxophone, Cole Husted, clarinet, Henry Josephson, oboe, Anna Kim, flute, TJ Cook, alto sax, Shane Madsen, horn, Vince Napolitano, percussion, Alvin Wynn, flute, Jaron Nyberg, clarinet, Audrey O'Toole, trumpet, Jacko Perez, percussion, Om Rajasekaran, horn, Gideon Rank, trombone, Kara Richardson, tuba, Kevin Rogers, trumpet, Alex Smith-Heisler, alto saxophone, August Stromanis, percussion, Maddie Winoker, euphonium, and William Withers, bassoon. Congratulations, 8th graders. What a great year we had in symphonic band and individually.
Hello, 8th grade, and congratulations on a fantastic year. My name is Mr. Wheeler. I'm the choir and drama teacher, and I want to thank and congratulate all of the families. Our Mustang Chorale had performances throughout the school year. One of the last ones we got a chance to do was on March 11th over at the First United Methodist Church, where we brought a composer out from England to work with the kids directly, as well as with Zach Elementary School, Fossil Ridge High School, and Poudre High School's jazz band and choir. We also would like to recognize members of our choir with exceptional awards and exceptional capabilities. And that would include the Colorado Middle All-State Choir, which took place in the early part of February. 5 of our 8th graders made it in to the honor choir, to the All-State Choir. That would be Eden Blad, Afton Sidwell, Erica Forrester, Hannah Schultz, and Christine Pinnell. In addition, we have the Poudre School District Middle School Honor Choir, which we had several 8th graders make it into that one, including Tess Athanasiou, Sam Bell, Eden Blad, Chloe Brown, Brooke Bussey, Daniel Flores, Erica Forrester, Ken Gustafson, Sarah Heller, Miles Iverson, Tegan Miller, Liesel Oberg, Christine Pinnell, Hannah Schultz, Afton Sidwell, Max Sprigg-Haas, Georgia Thompson, and Gabrielle Bielpando. I congratulate you all for a fantastic school year and good luck in high school.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Griffey, and I'm here to celebrate the orchestra. Our symphony orchestra this year performed beautifully and rose to new levels of achievement in our performances and received superior ratings at our festivals, including being invited again to perform at the state level of the Colorado chapter of the American String Teachers Association Festival. We earned that particular invitation through our superior performance at the regional festival, which took place on March 3rd. There were over 50 orchestras performing at the regional festival locations throughout the state, and we were one of only 3 middle school orchestras to be invited to the state level performance. I would also like to recognize some individuals from our orchestra who made it into the PSD District Honor Orchestra. Again, these students submitted auditions and were judged with a blind audition against the other students in the district who auditioned. And once again, Kinard had the highest number of students in the honor orchestra. That included Raymond Bion on violin, Alexander Brayman, violin, Clara Drysdale, violin, Chase Gould, violin, Lauren Hughes, viola, Nora Johnson, violin, Susie Land, violin, Kate Miller, cello, Flora Sanderson, violin, Andrew Story, violin, Sarah Wheeler, viola, and Amanda Zoe, cello. Congratulations, orchestra.
Thank you, Mrs. Griffey. Now we're going to move on to our reading and writing recognitions. So here is Miss Kinard and Mrs. Thorson.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Thorson, and our students were given the challenge to read 40 books over the course of the year. Many of our students went above and beyond that 40-book challenge, and some of our winners include Nirvana Lala, Jacob Blocker, Ava Bradley, Brooke Busey, Kaylee Jackson, Anna Kim, Jackie Lovelace, Ella Maroney, Trinity May, Sonika Kasala.
Our list continues with Emma Meyer, Daniel McBride, Maggie Poe, Kiri Robles, Flora Sanderson, Avery Talbot, Taya Weslow, Sarah Wheeler, and Henny Wu. And we also had students who entered poetry they wrote into a contest, and we had 5 students whose poems were published and come out later this year. And our published poets include Nora Johnson, Kate Miller, Maggie Poe, Avery Talbot, and Maddie Winokur.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Thorson and Ms. Kinard. We are going to go back now to the next part of our presentation for academic recognition. So Mr. Morrill, take it away.
So now we're going to move on to academic recognitions. And we have several different recognitions tonight for academics. The first 2 will be presidential awards. And I will read through the criteria for each of those 2 awards right here. The first one is the Presidential Award of Academic Excellence. This annual award is designated for all students who demonstrate superior academic achievement and meet the following criteria. They've earned a 3 in every class and a 4 in over half of their classes in first semester, and they've scored at or above the 80th percentile on a state or national standardized test. Students who've achieved this award, you will see a red ribbon, just like you're seeing at the bottom right of the screen here, next to their name when we read names later in the presentation. The next award is the Presidential Award of Academic Achievement. This annual award is given to students who have met the following criteria. They've shown tremendous achievement and/or growth, but did not meet all of the criteria for the Presidential Award of Academic Excellence. They've achieved high scores or showed outstanding growth, improvement, commitment, or intellectual development in particular subjects such as English, math, science, and/or demonstrated achievement in the arts such as music or theater. They demonstrated unusual commitment to learning and academics despite various obstacles. Students who have received the Presidential Award of Academic Achievement, you will see a yellow star next to their name when we read names later in the presentation. So look for those symbols next to students' names who have earned these presidential awards. Congratulations to all of the students who will be receiving a presidential award tonight. All right. Well, hey, Morty the Mustang, everybody. Morty, I didn't know you were going to be joining us. You're You're actually in my chair right now. We're trying to do the 8th grade celebration. Is there something you needed? Oh, he's pointing here. Let me see. Oh, he's got a couple signs. Looks like he wants to say something. Do you have any apples? Come on, Morty. We're in the 8th grade celebration. You're always thinking with your stomach. Do we have any? Hold on. There's another one here. He's got another sign. Let's see. Oh, way to go, 8th graders. I love you. Oh, thanks, Morty. That's really nice. I'm sure the 8th graders will appreciate that sentiment there. That's really nice of you. All right. Well, you know what, Morty? We kind of need to keep the show going. So maybe we kick it back to Mrs. LaRue. I know she's got the Mustang Award of Excellence to give out. Morty, here, I do have an apple for you. Come on this way. Here we go.
Oh, good to see you, Morty. I'm glad to know that Mr. Morrill's taking care of you while we're away from school, but looks like you need some more remote learning instruction on the 6 Ps there, Morty. Well, back to the program, everybody. It is my privilege to share with you our 2020 recipients of the Mustang Award of Excellence. This award is an annual award designated for a small percentage of our 8th grade students who rise to the top of their class as nominated and selected by our Kinard staff. Students who receive this award must demonstrate the following criteria throughout the school year. They are caring, compassionate, considerate, helpful, and understanding of others. They demonstrate respect by showing regard for themselves, others, and the environment. They have high levels of responsibility and are accountable for their own actions. They are trustworthy. They are worthy of trust and confidence, reliable and honest, and they consistently demonstrate positive behavior and Kinard character. So please join me in recognizing the following students as the recipients of our 2020 Mustang Award of Excellence Award. Alexander Brayman, Drake Ferrand, Philippe Herrera, Kelly Holmes, Cole Husted, Riley Henline, Chloe Curlin, Sophia Langrick, Ella Levine, Jacqueline Lovelace, Sienna Massaro, Emma Meyer, Kate Miller, Liesel Oberg, Henley Park, Jensen Planansky, Kevin Rogers, Laura Sanderson, Alaire Sorrell, Jess Smith, and Amanda Zhao. Unfortunately, you don't get to hear all the applause that you normally would hear as we would be all together in the gym. But if you are one of these recipients, please give yourself a big pat on the back. If you have the privilege to live with one of these recipients, give them a high five or a hug, and know that we are so proud of the character and the amazing excellence demonstrated by these students. All right, and now we're going to go back to Mr. Bergman to share a little about the Joe Kademi Award.
All right, thanks, Ms. LaRue, and congratulations to all of those students who received the Mustang Award of Excellence. Well-deserved honor and some great kids right there. We're going to move on now into our next award. This award is called the Joe Kademi Student Leadership Award. This award is near and dear to my heart because it signifies a mentor of mine. Joe Kademi was the founding principal here at Kinard, and what he stood for as a model for leadership were the following criteria, and we have named an award in his honor to give to a student who embodies these qualities. Okay, so the Joe Kademi Student Leadership Award recognizes a student, one outstanding individual. It's a special recognition for an exemplary student leader who is voted on by the staff who embodies the following. They model the Kinard way and create standards of excellence, setting an example for others to follow. They inspire others to believe they can make a difference through their enthusiasm for the exciting possibilities for their future. They seek opportunities to challenge the status quo and look for innovative ways to improve our school and our community. They foster collaboration and actively involve and strengthen others, making each person feel accomplished and powerful. And ultimately, encourages others from the heart to keep hope and determination alive, recognizing contributions that the individual makes for sharing in the rewards of their efforts. Okay, so the nominees for this award, as voted on by the staff at Kinard, are as follows. First up, Kelly Holmes. Also, Sienna Massaro and Penley Park. In addition, Jensen Planansky, Kevin Rogers, and Jess Smith. Okay, congratulations to all those nominees. Already well-deserved honor to be nominated for such award. In this envelope, I have the winner. And the winner of the 2020 Joe Kademi Award is, just kidding, this envelope's empty. It's just a prop. We aren't even really using that. We clearly already know who the winner is because we voted on it as a staff. So in that spirit, let me describe this person to you, okay? Not only is this year's winner applied themselves in a variety of ways to leave a legacy in and around the school, but she really embodies what that award description says about connecting peers, to be a bright spirit around the school. Always the first person to say yes. How can I help? In things like setting up events, helping peers with homework, just checking in on students. She's a bright spirit. She's always smiling. She's a connector. She's a role model and a mentor, specifically even to my own kids, for which I'm forever grateful. This year's Joe Kademi Leadership Award recipient is Sienna Massaro. Sienna, there you are. How's it going, Sienna?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. It's great to have you on here, and congratulations on this award. It's a well-deserved honor, and I can't think of anyone better to receive it than you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, I wanted to invite you to say a couple of words here tonight for all of our community who is watching. So take it away.
So I'm really excited and honored to win this award, especially since it's voted by the staff of Kinard. Ever since I came to Kinard, I felt really welcomed by all of the staff and teachers, and they've been great, inspiring role models to me. So thank you guys for that. I would like to especially thank my Kinard Cares teachers, Mr. Bergman, Miss Tracy, and Mr. Lardner. They've taught me great leadership skills that have shaped me into the person I am today. So thank you guys so much for that. Thank you again, and I hope to see you all soon so I can greet you in person. Bye.
All right, Sienna. Hey, thank you so much. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and we'll miss you at Kinard.
Thank you.
All right. So on to the next thing. I'm going to turn it over now to Mr. Morrill to introduce our school's namesake, our very important Mr. Hal Kinard.
We are now at the point where we are going to be giving out the Hal Kinard Award. That's our next award here for the night. And it is my honor to get to introduce our namesake, somebody who I admire very, very much and has the admiration of so many people in our community and appreciation from so many people in our community and the impact that he's had on their lives. Mr. Kinard is our inspirational leader, and he has inspired our character education model. He's in our building frequently, meets with teachers, he meets with students. We are just so lucky to have him as a part of our school community. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hal Kinard.
I'd like to thank all the parents of the children that we have. We've been just have a tremendous respect for them. You've done a great job, and without you, we don't have them. I also want to thank all the students. And if you didn't win an award or something, your time will come. So just stay in there. And remember, an award is just an encourager to do better. So we are grateful and thankful for all the staff. Everyone in that building is important, from the custodian to the top person. Jesse's done a great job, and so has Chris and Aaron and Sophie have done a tremendous job there. And so we're grateful and thankful for that school. Now I know I'm supposed to say something about character, so I had to write down some things. I should be able to remember it by now. But the first thing I will say is, work hard. That's probably as good a one as you can. Be honest. Let your word have iron. And by that I mean, it used to be your word meant something like a contract, but now it's so easily broken. And listen. Listening is part of a character. And you need to don't blame others for your situations and everything. Stand your ground, especially when you're dealing with justice for all. So stand your ground, be kind, but not a fool. You have to use good judgment. Be kind to people and do the right thing. Value the rights of others. And may you be filled with wisdom, good judgment, and common sense, and have a good life, and never give in.
All right. Thank you, Hal Kinard. Great to hear your voice as always. Boy, when he speaks, I'm just humbled every time. Personal mentor of mine, and has done so much for the Kinard community and the legacy he has left for character and what our school stands for. Speaking of Hal Kinard, it is time for us to unveil the Hal Kinard Award. Okay, this award is an annual award, and it's designated for one 8th grade student who rises to the top of their class, is nominated by staff, and voted on by their peers. The student who receives this award must demonstrate Kinard character. Kinard character is exemplified by someone who is academically sound, involved in activities, maintains positive attitude, is inviting to all students, demonstrates leadership, has a willingness to help others, is kind and humble, and demonstrates integrity and lives by their word. All great characteristics, and we have some incredible nominees for this award. So the nominees are for the Hal Kinard Award. First up, Kate Miller. Also, Penley Park, Jess Smith, and Amanda Zhu. These are incredible students that you're looking at on the screen. And if your name is on the screen, you should be proud regardless of who wins this award, just based on the fact that you were nominated for such a prestigious honor. Congratulations to all of our nominees. Okay? All right. Now, to unveil the award for the Hal Kinard Award, we're going to talk a little bit about the student who won this year. In fact, it's the first time in Kinard's history with such an odd year with the coronavirus and how we are ending the year. We also have a unique outcome for the Hal Kinard Award. It turns out that we had 2 students who tied. The votes were too close to call a clear winner. So we're going to declare for the first time ever a co-winner for the Hal Kinard Award. Okay. Turns out these students have a lot in common. Both students were members of the Webb team that welcomed in the 6th graders, as you heard Ms. Irvine say earlier in this presentation. Both students are on the student wellness team. Both students applied themselves in their learning throughout the school year as part of honors classes, participated in sports like basketball, cross country, wrestling. They were both highly invested in things like Kinard Cares, making a difference in our outdoor learning center in the Catalina Island community. I am proud to unveil the winners of the Hal Kinard Award for this year. It is Jess Smith and Penley Park. We're going to bring them in now. Congrats, guys.
Thank you.
It's great to see you as always, and I am just humbled to say that I even know you guys. I am feeling privileged to have been able to spend a year working with you guys and get to know just how high quality of students you are. I know I can speak personally and say I am a better person having gotten to know you guys, and I know your classmates and teachers would agree and would say the same thing. So congratulations on this awesome, awesome award.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, part of the Hal Kinard Award is giving a speech to the class. So I know your classmates watching from home are going to be really excited to hear from you. We are going to queue up your speech now and go get them. Here we go.
Sweet. First of all, I want to thank Hal Kinard for those lovely words. With the few times I've talked to him, he's taught me so much. Right now, I feel like it's an odd time, and we just need perseverance. So we just need to stick together to get through this. So prepared a few words. So the end of our beginning has come. The end of something that we started 3 years ago has finally come to a finish. Although this might not be the ideal way to say goodbye, we can embrace the opportunity that has been given to us to learn about ourselves, each other, and the world we live in. Who would have thought that a virus could cause so much to change and cause us to adapt as much as we have in the past few months? All of those icky, gross germs aside, Each and every one of us deserves to be here on this day to celebrate new beginnings and the start of our futures as young adults in our community. Something that has stuck with me from the beginning of my middle school years is have perseverance to finish strong with whatever path we have laid out for ourselves over time. We've all been through so much this year. It's been a crazy year. We've all been faced with adversity in and out of the classroom, and yet we have still all endured through it. Now, I'm going to pass the ball to my co-star, Penley Park.
Oh, coming in hot. Kinard 2020? What? Wow, Jess, can you believe we made it? And it feels like the first day of 8th grade was just yesterday. Some of my greatest memories are from the past 3 years, and I'm so glad that I got to spend them at Kinard. First things first, it is important for me to mention our school's namesake, Hal Kinard. The legendary educators in our district have a school named after them, and you have been such an inspiration to the team and to the school. I enjoyed the pep talk at the beginning of the basketball season where you shared your life experiences and gave out life-changing advice. Thanks for always showing up to our first games and being a local celebrity in this community. We have all been through different experiences in life, but we all share a common language of Kinard character. Through the intense middle school rivalries to the outside time at lunch, through thick and thin, we have all left a footprint at Kinard. And when we go on different paths and find forks in the road, we are always part of the Kinard family, and we must never forget that true meaning of character built up inside of us. Even though this is not our ideal end to the year, we have learned much about this new reality that we live in. But when waves of bad hit us, we must never forget the good. We now have the time to do the things that we've never been able to do. Albert Einstein said, "Learn from yesterday, live for today, and hope for tomorrow." I hope to see more 9 Square. I hope to see the cross-country team crush it again. I hope to see the talented unified team back at it again. I hope to see the Cares family reunite again. I hope to see the 8th grade girls basketball team awesome district win on the banner. And I hope to see everyone back at Kinard. We must never forget the experiences that we enjoyed because those will be lifetime memories, and that is what shapes us. Even the roaring sound of talk from the lunchroom and the quiet pods during classes. We must remember that sunshine always comes after thunderstorms. I challenge everyone to find that light and hold on to hope, because that is how we will get through these uncertain times. One lesson I've learned from this experience is to appreciate what you have before it turns into what you had. We must never take for granted the little things, because the size of it will grow when it is taken away. You never know what tomorrow will be, so spend every day like it's your last, and be proud of the challenges you've overcome. Go live up to that high Kinard character and go achieve the impossible. We all share this pale blue dot, and if we're willing to grab to our full potential, we will benefit from knowing that we live life to the fullest, and we will be proud of our accomplishments and even our failures, because that is where we learn. I want to take a moment to give out some shout outs. Thanks to the amazing Kinard staff who made all of our middle school journeys so meaningful. Thanks to the teachers who adapted to our new way of remote learning. We appreciate your time, effort, and energy you have invested to our success to complete our academic year. Thanks to the amazing student body who made it so fun to come to school every day. Thanks to the Cares teachers, Bergman, Lardner, and Tracy, for an amazing time in Catalina. Thanks for Mr. Benson for providing so many opportunities to the student wellness team that spark creativity. Thanks to my family for always pushing me to be the best I can be every day and bringing joy into my life. Thanks to Mr. Morrill, who is always so fun to talk to and is a positive leader for our school. Thanks to Tim Hebert and his coaches for making cross-country practices so enjoyable and believing in me from the start, even through the rough times. Thanks to the talented unified team for positivity and hard work. Keep on reaching for the stars. And thanks to Coach Irvine for teaching me discipline and always being such a great support during practices and before the big games when we were all nervous and always just being so positive. I truly appreciate and will always be proud of being part of the Kinard family, and I will be carrying it with me for the rest of my life. I hand it back to my co-star Jess for his final words.
Well said, Penley. Some high standards. You really set the bar. But anyway, finishing up, in my all-time favorite book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, it says, when you look at life and its many challenges as a test, you begin to see each issue as a chance to roll with the punches, an opportunity to grow. This won't be the last time that we're faced with problems in our lives, like the times we are in now. So my advice to you all is learn in times of darkness and hardship. Learn from mistakes and better yourself. Take them as opportunities rather than looking at them as obstacles that are holding you down from your full potential. Hal Kinard lived through the lowest of low and still has succeeded a lot in our community and even had a school named after him for his achievements. Knowing what he has done for us and our community, it is an honor to be given this award. So many people have supported me through my time at Kinard, and I am happy to say that they have made me who I am today. All of my teachers, staff, friends, and family have all taught me very valuable lessons that I hope to share with others in the future. Now I hand it back to Penley to finish up her part of the speech.
We move on to our next adventure, high school. Even though it may seem like we are broken right now, we are always together, even when we are distanced.
So we'll leave you with this. Take time to step back and look at what you just accomplished in 3 years. We had highs and lows, and yet we still all made it. Now imagine what we can accomplish with the rest of our lives.
Congratulations, everyone. We are part of something even bigger now, and we will always carry on the Kinard legacy, and this family will never be broken.
That's because we're Mustangs.
Forever and always.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Great job, Jess and Penley. Wow. Amazing speech. I really appreciate everything you've done for Kinard, for the legacy you have left at our school. And I know you'll come back to visit, but no matter what, the things you did at our school live on. So I really appreciate it. And we're going to move on to the next thing.
Sweet. Thank you, Mr. Bergman.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Next, we're going to move on now to the next award. And to present that, here is Mr. Morrill.
All right. Congratulations once again to Jess and Penley, and great job with your speech. You guys are both very deserving of that recognition. So congratulations. So now we get to move on to our next recognition, which is the Brad Blank Teacher Leadership Award. This is our newest award, and it is an annual award that's designated for one staff member who embodies all the leadership qualities of one of Kinard's first teachers, Brad Blank, as nominated and voted on by staff. The staff member who receives this award must demonstrate the following criteria throughout the school year and may only receive this award once every 5 years. They model the Kinard way, creating standards of excellence and setting an example for others to follow. Inspires others to believe they can make a difference through his or her enthusiasm for the exciting possibilities for the future. Seeks opportunities to challenge the status quo and looks for innovative ways to improve our school and our community. Fosters collaboration, actively involves and strengthens others, making each person feel accomplished and powerful. Models leadership within their professional learning community, and encourages others from the heart to keep hope and determination alive. This leader recognizes the contributions that individuals make and shares in the rewards of their efforts. So I am happy to announce that this year's Brad Blank Teacher Leadership Award goes to Jacob Benson. Very deserving award. Mr. Benson has been at our school for many years and is just incredible and has an amazing impact on students as well as colleagues. Mr. Benson, congratulations on being our Brad Blank Award winner.
Thank you so much, Jesse. Man, it's been an amazing experience being able to teach alongside Brad. This is a great honor. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me to have a small reflection of what he stood for at Kinard.
All right. Well, congratulations, Mr. Benson. What a great honor, and what a deserving teacher to receive that honor. That's fantastic. All right. Well, now coming up next, we have a musical performance by the Birthday Boys. Here we go.
All right, great job by the birthday boys. I know those guys worked hard and the music sounded fantastic, gentlemen. Great work. Now it is time to celebrate the incredible 8th grade student body. To do this honor, I brought a few of my friends along, those that the kids already know and love, our teachers. Hey, teachers.
Hey!
Thanks for joining us here. We are celebrating this incredible class, and I know that you guys think and care deeply for these students. So we're going to go ahead and begin to read our names. To do this, it's time to get out our best reading glasses and focus in so we can read these names. All right, you guys ready?
Ready.
Okay, so Miss Wangen, if you could pull up the student names for us, we are going to get started. All right, and first up, to introduce the student body of 2019-2020 at Kinard, Miss Fisher, go ahead and take.
Raghav Agarwal, Youssef Al-Sudani, Jonathan Allard, Pushkar Ambedpaliwar, Keely Arweo, Braden Aschenbrenner, Sebastian Aspiazu, Tess Atanasat Azu, Zan Aziz, Emily Bailey, Malia Beret, Aliyah Barnum, JC Barron Krieger, Samuel Bell, Nirvan Balala, Raymond Bean, Eden Blad, Jacob Blocker, James Tyler Booth, Hayden Bradford.
Virginia Kate Bradford, Andrew Bradley, Ava Bradley, Alexander Brayman, Chloe Brown, Brooke Busey, Corinne Kane, Justin Carroll, Michaela Carter, Dylan Cass, Aiden Chen, Stephen Chen, Anna Childs, Lachelle Christensen, Kelly Clark, Brinley Coleman, Nico Colanello, Benjamin Connors, Danielle Coppin, and Trayton Cox.
Miles Crossan, Kai Crouch, Shane Crow, Caitlin Crumbaker, Michaela Dalkey, Michael Hunter Daly, Gianna DeFazio, Dominic Della Chiesa, Marshall Delos, Sophia Delota, Ethan Den, Sara Deshpande, Lydia Dietrich, Preston Disner, Taylor Doyle, Clara Drysdale, Aiden Dunn, Kayla Duong, Chase Durand, Everton Durham.
Maximilian Eckhart, Ryan Eisert, Celine Ertopaz, Drake Ferrand, Alejandro Fernandez Albuchon, Ryan Fisher, Jace Fitzpatrick, Daniel Flores, Erica Forster, Elwood Fontenot, Savannah Foster, Maxwell Freeberg, Leah Giacchetta, Lance Gilbertson, Aaron Golding, Giovanna Gomez Balanzar, Dimitri Gorley, McKenna Goshi, Chase Gould, Eric Gould.
Evan Goldie, Sam Grothy, Ava Grothman, Alexander Guslak, Kenna Gustafson, Liliana Gutierrez, Michael Haddad, Aaron Hamilton, Andres Hand, Devin Hanford Smith, Abigail Harvey, Sarah Heller, Sierra Henderson, Michael Henricks, Philippe Herrera, Joshua Herring, Catherine Hicks, Madeline Hollingsworth, Kelly Holmes, Noah Howard.
Naya Howard, Lauren Hughes, Rylan Hughes, Cole Husted, Nathan Irvine, Mohammed Isa, Alexander Ivanovic, Miles Iverson, Kaylee Jackson, Gracie Johansson.
Jill Johnson, Nora Johnson, Autumn Jones, Riley Jones, Samantha Jones, John Henry Josephson, Chamberlain Julian, Florencia Kamen, Hadley Kaiser, and Paulina Kamau.
Quinlan Knuff, Emerson Kaya, Ashlyn Keat, Jackson Keel, Zachary Keller, Matthew Kelly, Riley Kenline, Chloe Curlin, Sonika Khosla, Anna Kim, Ariana Kimmel, Thomas Cook, Grace Kwan, Draven Kubla, Alexander Lados, Susan Land, Sophia Langrick, Ella Levine, Joy Lee, Paige Lemon.
Thank you, teachers. This is a quick intermission from the name reading. We're going to jump back in with a new set of teachers. How's everybody doing over there? Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Great to see you all. Mr. Lardner, if you could do us the honors and start with reading the next set of names, we'll get it queued up for you.
Garrett LaValle, Benjamin Lewis, Mackenzie Lindstrom, Brian Liu, Jacqueline Lovelace, Carly Lynch, Shane Madsen, Mohsen Malik, Aditi Malvankar, Ava Manline, Ella Maroney, Angela Macciola, Renee Massaro, Sienna Massaro, Quint Matthews, Kayla Mattock, Trinity May, Daniel McBride, Ainsley McDonald, Adeline McNear.
Rylan Merrill, Emma Meyer, Paul Mick, Ava Miller, Isabel Izzy Miller, Kate Miller, Tegan Miller, Haley Meinert, Gabriella Missimer, Jonathan Morrison, Emily Musgrove, Gavin Nance, Vincenzo Napolitano, Alvin Wynn, Madison Nickel, Ella Noble, Colin North, Brianna Norton, Elijah Nutting, and Jaron Nyberg.
Mia Nye, Liesel Oberg, Hannah O'Brien, Claire O'Neill, Audrey O'Toole, Kendall Owsley, Christine Pennell, Henley Park, Gavin Payne, Ricardo Perez, Jackson Perez, Aubrey Pettit, Jensen Flanansky, Margaret Poe, Taylor Price, Michaela Quinn, Om Rajasekaran, Riley Ramsey, Gideon Rank, Sean Rawlings.
Kara Richardson, Madison Robb, Jacob Robertson, Kiriana Robles, Daniel Roche, Kevin Rogers, Macy Rogers, Isabel Romero, Isabel Rondeau, Abhishek Sachi, Anish Sahas Rashwudi, Jared Salisbury, Flora Sanderson, Laura Sasserman, Emma Sharto, Lauren Schmeek, Aaron Schneider, Hannah Schultz, Clara Scott, Abigail Seeger.
Oliver Sayre, Alaire Sorrell, Ryan Seymour, Afton Sidwell, Allison Smith, Amy Smith, Jess Smith, Alex Smith-Heisler, William Snyder, Corey Stewart, Molly Sosa, Maximilian Stapos, Isaac Stevens, Andrew Story, Owen Stowe Terpstra, August Straumanis, Alice Wheat, Riley Swigman, Avery Talbot, Allison Templeton.
Dylan Thomas, Georgia Thompson, Megan Thurgood, Nalani Tinker, Alexis Townsend, Ryan Trebond, Malia Turk, Eddie Tyler, Kate Venata, Skylar Vertigo, Gabrielle Belpando, Emma Vogel, Landon Walker, Daniel Wallen, Blake Ward, Jaden Watson, Aiden Watkins, Ava Watkins, Sophie Webb, Calissa White.
Taya Weslow,
Sarah Wheeler, Clarity White Dove, Haley Weidman, Ayala Wilson, Madeline Winoker, William Withers, Henny Wu, Cameron Young, Grace Zhao, Amanda Zhu.
All right, thanks, Mr. Fertner, for finishing us off there. Congratulations to our class of 2019-2020. That is it. That's our entire program. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to kick it back to Mr. Morrill for some closing remarks. But before we do, I just wanted to take a minute in reflection on such an incredible class. You know, I've been working at Kinard a very long time. In fact, since the building opened, and I can't think of a class that has influenced me or our building in such a positive and healthy way in recent years. There's just some about this class that resonates. And while this may not be what you dreamed of or what we planned for, my hope is that you feel a sense of pride and accomplishment in the work that it took to get you to this point and all that you have accomplished. So as you go on to high school, make sure that you're on the right bus. And I don't mean the physical school bus. In the words of Coach K of the Duke Blue Devils, I hope that you're on the right bus with the right people. And what I mean by that is you're going to meet a lot of new people in high school. You're going to go to new places on this bus. So be with good people. Be with exceptional people. Choose the right seat on the bus next to the people that you know are good influences who are going to raise your level of quality and who you are striving to become. Surround yourself with people who you believe in, who are role models. And you have a lot of people on your bus already, your parents, your friends, your teachers. Keep them on your bus because they're rooting for you. They're going to do whatever it takes to help you. And I wish you all the best of luck. And as we say goodbye, in the words of the great Winnie the Pooh, how lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard? So at this time, we're going to send it over to Mr. Morrill for some closing remarks and to end our evening.
All right. Well, we are at the end of the night, everybody, and we sure appreciate the time that you've given us here today to celebrate this incredible class. Eighth graders, as I think about your year, it's more than just this year. Your 3 years have been incredible, and you really have made your mark on our school with who you are and what you've accomplished during your time here. But you'll never forget this quarter. It's truly been a unique experience for all of us, and it's something that you're going to carry with you as we continue to deal with the situation that we are in. But I do believe that adversity reveals character, and it actually reveals strength, and it gives us opportunities to grow. And you're going to take what you've learned from this semester with new skills, new strategies, possibly an opportunity to be a little more independent, a little more in charge of what you are doing in managing yourself, and that is going to benefit you moving forward. We know that. We have such great people here. The character of our class is so high. It's just incredible. There's a quote that I really like from John Wooden, who I think is the greatest basketball coach of all time. And he says this, he says, "Things turn out best for the people who make the best of the way things turn out." And I think that's very pertinent to what we just worked through this year, but continue to look at the positive. Keep that glass half full in terms of your mentality and think about the things that you've learned and the things that you've gained from this experience that you're going to be able to take with you throughout your life, not only in high school, but well beyond. So congratulations to each of you on your completion of middle school. We're excited to hear about what you accomplished at the next level of your education, and have a wonderful summer.
All right, guys, that is it. That's our entire program. Thank you so much for watching. Give a cheer, howl at the moon, whatever it is you do to celebrate your 8th grade graduates. Thank you so much for joining us. Let us hear you. If it's the end of the show, that can only mean one thing. It's summertime. One thing left to do.
Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best. Yeah, hey, every day can be a better day despite the challenge. All you gotta do is leave it better than you found it. It's gonna get difficult to stand, but hold your balance. I just say whatever, cause there is no way you're around. around it. 'Cause everyone falls down sometimes, but you just gotta know it'll all be fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best. Hey, some days you wake up and nothing works, you feel surrounded. Gotta give your feet some gravity to get you grounded. Keep good things inside your ears just like the waves and sound it. And just say whatever, 'cause there is no way you're grounded. Everyone falls down sometimes, but you just gotta know it'll all be fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, feeling good, like I should.
I think you guys did a great job.
It felt more natural on the spot.
Got that sunshine on my Sunday best. Hey, feeling good, like I should.
Wait, I was just
When
there it
in
is.
walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed,
That's the best one yet. What the heck?
got that sunshine